I come from a country where you can actually express yourself. It's not safe, but you can show who you are. In Japan you can't, so you have to go underground to be who you actually are. Hello, I'm Audrey, I'm from France and I live in Japan right now, in Tokyo. I've been living here for 1 year now and I started photography when I came to Japan for the first time, so it's been a year. When I started photography, I started with Matsuri, but soon enough I went to like underground subcultures parties, which was kind of like a surprise for me. This zine is about all these parties that I went to because I was really amazed by the energy that people had there, like the way they were like expressing themselves. It was fun and I loved taking pictures there. People were not really noticing me because they were just like busy doing some stuff. So yeah, it was really fun. So this is amazing. Mainly because it focuses on Tokyo, and also Haze is about like, there's a lot of rules in Japan, especially in Tokyo, like unspoken rules where people expect you to not be too loud or like take too much space or anything, like don't smoke in the streets. But then at some point, like when it's 7 p.m, there's no rules anymore. People just smoke everywhere, they get drunk, they get wasted and everything gets dirty. And I love that kind of mood. Like it's like people getting suddenly like rebels. So for me, it's like there's kind of like a haze. Like it's kind of like a fog has been lifted and people just start being who they actually are. So I'm living right now with a lot of people. We have like a house together, and there's a lot of foreigners there. One of them became my friend. He's from America and he's queer, so he knows about these places. He's into drag performances and everything. So he was like, "Oh, you like to go clubbing?" And I was looking for like techno spaces because it's really hard to find them in Japan. Strangely, I didn't expect that. So he was like, "Okay, I know these kind of places. I know some people like drag queens that actually plays techno. They're DJs. Come with me." I was like, okay, let's do that. And then it took me to Kabukicho, obviously. Ojo building, maybe you know that place. They have some parties sometimes and it's a mess. It's a mix of everything. There's like techno, of course, a lot of different kinds, but also like BDSM stuff, bondage, fetishes, things. Like a lot of stuff is happening there, and that's how I got into these places. At first I was really surprised because it's underground. I didn't really understand what underground was. I studied music before when I was in high school, so I knew that some music genre like techno came from underground places. But I come from a country where you can actually express yourself. It's not safe, but you can show who you are. In Japan you can't, so you have to go underground to be who you actually are. And for me that was weird, having to dig like that. But now I understand. The more I go to this party, I understand why it's underground, because it has to be safe, it has to stay safe. Not everyone should access these parties. The ones that should go there are the ones who are going to respect these communities. Is it good?
Yeah, perfect.
It's a bit hard to respond to that because I'm still trying to understand how it works. I'm not just like, I don't know that much about like techniques, and I'm always learning from the people that I meet. But I started with 50 millimeters, 35 equivalent 50, so obviously I got some like intimate images like these ones. So it felt like I was close to the people, but in reality I was taking pictures from afar, so I was not really connecting to them. And then I recently changed to a 16 millimeter, equivalent 24, because yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So it's way wider, So you have to get close. You have to talk to people, actually. You have to be seen. And there's obviously distortion in my images now, and it gives a crazier effect. And I really love that. Now I have to connect with people that I'm shooting. I have to talk to them, to exchange. I have to ask them sometimes to pose, or just to be like, hey, I have a camera, do your shit, and I will do mine. Like, don't mind me. So that's how it actually evolved. And I'm really impressed because I met a lot of people, a lot of photographers, and when they see my pictures, they can understand who I am. And I realized that I can't hide behind my pictures. Like, sometimes I'm surprised with people saying, oh, you're like this, you feel like that. And I'm like, how the fuck can you know that? So that's what's surprising with photography, why I like it so much, is like you can't hide, you can't lie. So I'm gonna keep shooting. Yeah. One of the good things is that people won't fight you because we don't speak the same language. So they will not really tell you to fuck off, which gives you easy access sometimes to take pictures or just like pretend, oh, I'm a tourist. So I think in that way, it's kind of like nice. It's a privilege. But at the same time, you're not really speaking their language. Even though I learned Japanese, not enough. So you can't really connect and you can't be a part of it if you don't speak the language. And that's a fucking shame because there's a lot of time where I just want to talk to people instead of taking pictures. Like, I want my pictures to have way more meaning than it actually has. So thankfully, the people that I took picture of, sometimes I got to talk with them, and for me, these pictures are like more important. One of my best picture also is this one. So even though she's like performing, she has a lot of control on the gaze of this man. She's the center of attention, so she's the one in control, and I really loved it.
What is the situation? She's dancing on the stage or just showing her body?
She's actually dancing. She was pretty close in the beginning. She was wearing a lot of clothes. But then she was stripping. And then she started dancing, taking the clothes off. And at some point she's like slowing down, getting on the floor, and just showing her body parts to the people watching. That was a bad explanation.
No worries.
This one as well is a picture that I really like because it was my first time documenting these spaces, like actually going to some SM bars to understand who were the people there. It was not just like going to a party, it was really digging information. So I kind of felt like a photojournalist. And that space was not really safe. It was really weird. So I loved it.
Cool. Yeah, I love that photo too.
Yeah, she's really amazing. She was, like, the first time we actually talked, she was like, what is your fetish? And I was like, photography? Sorry, I'm boring, but that's insane. And she was like, oh, I'm into submission, domination, and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. We're different on that, but I love it. And I really do respect it. And she was showing off with the split tongue that she has. And we were smoking, and I was like, can you actually hold your cigarette between your like two tongues? And she was like, yeah, can do it. I was like, okay, let me take a picture of you then. But yeah, she was fun. And also I went there with my housemates. I'm sorry for them, I'm taking them to like weird places, but I like being with people I can actually share these experiences, not just going there on my own. I really love sharing. I want to say to myself that I have to keep going, keep on being curious, keep on like being out of your comfort zone, break the walls that you have, meet people, talk to them, be patient, patience, which I don't have right now. And be kind to yourself, because I'm always criticizing myself really, really fucking hard. And I'm like, I know that I have a long way to go still. And the people surrounding me are kind of like frustrated by that, because they're like, no, you're good. But yeah, I would say to myself, keep on being curious and go out there, meet people, talk to them.
Nice.
Good.
Cool, cool. Okay, that's it.